To give myself a quick break, we're going to do a nice and easy problem, which is duration of slack water. We're not actually going to do a full problem because it would be redundant at this point. Like I said before, the duration of slack water is the period of time where there might technically be a current, but the current is so small that it's impossible to measure and doesn't even really matter. The current table might say that like at 0521, the current at a specific substation you could calculate, or the slack water will occur. Yeah, this will be when the slack water occurs. At 0521, it will be exactly 0 knots, but at 0520, it'll be like 0.0001 knots flood, and then at 0522 it might be 0.0001 knots ebb. So for any slack water, there's going to be a pretty worthwhile chunk of time where the speeds are still not worth considering. So you use the duration of slack table right here. It actually comes immediately after the speed of current at any timetable. So if you just go one page down, you get duration of slack. And the way it's broken down, you can see there's two tables once again. And they work just the same as the two tables here. So you would use table B if you were based off of a main station or a substation referring to Cape Cod, Hellgate, Chesapeake, Delaware, and so on. Always make sure to read that so you know which one to you use. Any other main station uses table A. And all you do is, if you're looking for, can I get a little closer? Yeah. If your maximum current in the area that happens after the flood, or after the slack water, I'm sorry, is, for instance, 6 knots, if that's going to be the fastest that the current gets, or just like the average current in the area, the period before the current will become at least 0.1 knots will be 4 minutes. So this is 4 minutes total. That means the total period on either side, that is 4 minutes. So it's technically 2 minutes on this side, 2 minutes on that side. So if we were looking for a time before it gets to 0.1 knots, it would be 2 minutes after 521 and 2 minutes before 521, with a total duration of slack of 4 minutes. If you wanted, before it reached 0.2 knots, then you would have 8 minutes. And then for 0.3, 11 minutes, 15 minutes, and I think that's 19 minutes, and so on. And that's only if your max current is 6 knots. If your max current is 5 knots, then you get a little bit more time. 1 knot, you have a whole 23 minutes before it becomes anything. And if your max current is 10 knots, which is psychotic, you would only have a matter of at most 11 minutes if you want it to be anything less than half a knot. So in other words, I'm not going to do the whole work of picking one substation, finding that time specifically, but once you've found your substation's values and the time that you're the slack water that you're working off of, you just find which max value is relevant to it, and you come across and you pick. If you're looking for anything less than 0.2 knots, you just follow the row across until you reach there. Nice and easy.